fellow bridge lovers, and welcome back to the Bridging with Kai YouTube channel. Today I have another crazy 3-no trump for you, just like the last two right there. You can check out the links to those in the description, and there's also going to be a little card up here for one of them. So check those out before you see this one. We have another 3-no trump. This time we are defending yet again, and a crazy defense can be found to set this contract. But yeah, we will be talking about this hand. But before we do, hey y'all, we just hit 660 subscribers. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of the support that everyone has been giving me. But if you are watching this video and you are not subscribed yet, please do. It's free, and it really helps me out on this journey of growing bridge on the internet space. If you would so quickly do that, go down below and hit that subscribe button and hit the like button while you're down there. But you can always wait to the end if you actually want to see if you like the video, but I'm pretty sure you will if you're a bridge nerd like me. All right, let's get into this video. All right, everyone, this is your hand. So the auction is just a very simple 1-no trump, 15 to 17. I'm not sure you want to bid over that, so you pass. 2 diamonds, transfer to hearts, pass. 3-no trump, pass. All right, so what do we know? We know West holds 5 hearts, and we know that East holds between 2 and 5 cards in every suit, blah, yada, 15 to 17 high card points. And you have to lead to this. Your honors are in your short suits, which is not particularly great for you because that means it's going to be harder to set up your long suit before they can set up their long suit. We're going to struggle a little bit here. In theory, we probably want to be leading one of our minor suits that have 4 cards because we might be able to set those up. We definitely don't want to be leading hearts because that is the one that West has 5 cards in. No, thank you. This is from my partner's perspective, and I am on the other side. So the best partner is me. I claim that I am the best partner. This time, actually, genuinely, I'm not the best partner. I can tell you how I probably could have improved on my play here, but we're staying positive. The partner has to choose one of the minor suits to lead, and he chooses the diamond suit. So he leads the 8 of diamonds, which he intended as being 2nd and 4th. So to the other person's perspective, the 8 of diamonds could either be top of a doubleton, or it could be the 2nd best from a bad suit. I guess depending on the cards that I had in this situation, in theory, I could think that this is 4th best, kind of looking at what you've seen on the dummy, but also East just knows that it's a doubleton. I don't know. You're probably very unlikely to think that this is 4th best. But basically what the 8 of diamonds is saying, partner, I have this suit in some capacity. I may or may not want you to lead back. Probably you only want to lead it back if you have a good suit. Like, if you find it worth establishing it yourself, that is when you would play this suit. But of course, being the great partner, the best partner, when it goes diamond, jack of diamonds, king of diamonds, I sat there and responded to my opponent when they asked me what our leads are, is like, do you play 2nd and 4th? And this is possibly not a good thing that I said, but it's like, I do not remember with this particular partner whether or not we play 2nd or 4th, but I do commonly do it with lots of partners. So, I mean, it's like, I didn't want to mislead him because there's a chance that we have discussed it, and I just couldn't remember in the moment. Like, of course, he could have attempted to look at our convention card. So, what Declare decides to do now is play a club to the queen, and that wins, and then a diamond to the 9, which we win with our 10. At this point, you got to think about, well, what is our goal here? Declare has not given us much to run on, and they're playing on our long suits. That's not great. That is making things actually quite difficult. Thank you very much, Declarer. Thank you. And just wanting to be passive, make Declarer figure things out. My partner decided to play a diamond. I pitched a 3 of spades, and then East won the queen. Now, like, this is very much a good thing, especially if I had the queen of diamonds, which is certainly still possible in this scenario. But if I had the queen of diamonds, it seems very unlikely that they just would have played another diamond out like that. They probably would have continued working on clubs or started setting up their hearts or something. So when you lead the 2 of diamonds, you expect me to pitch something and then East to be winning the queen. But that doesn't hurt, especially because that's a trick that they were going to be getting anyway. And now it kind of puts pressure on Declare to kind of figure out what's going on here. And now it goes club to the king, and then the jack falls. Outstanding. That means that now Declare can catch their ace of diamonds, pitch away something, club, ace, right? Like, we all know that this is going to be happening, and then the ace of hearts, and we're up to this point where Declare just has one more trick that they need, and you know exactly what's going to happen here because the Declarer is a good Declarer, so it goes heart, king, heart, heart, and you know your end played that East has the king of spades, so when you play the ace of spades, and then it goes another spade, now East wins the last trick that they needed, and now you're just sad for them making. I mean, it feels like pretty much a nothing hand. You want to keep your honors, you don't want to, like, Declare just guessed this whole situation right. Doesn't it feel that way? What if I told you that there is an absolutely genius play that could have happened that would ensure down one back at this position? What you need to do to try to set this contract, in the case that East has the king of spades, which of course they do, is when East plays the ace of hearts, you sacrifice the king of hearts. Boom, baby. And what this does is now when your partner holds the queen, we can play around to the queen, and then now the spade is getting finessed. If they play the jack and it goes low, then you duck it, right? And then if it goes king, cover with the ace, and now we just have the rest of the spade tricks, and they don't have enough tricks. This is how you basically are unblocking the suit to ensure that your partner has an entry to play spades through to you. Now, why should we be able to figure this out? Of course, it's not easy because you don't want to be throwing away a winner, and you would be very, very sad if East held ace-queen. But there might be a few clues for us. Let's look at the defense and see if we can pick up on any additional clues to figure out whether or not we should be playing the king of hearts under the ace. And of course, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on here, and probably things that I could have done better up in the north seat, but we'll talk about it all. So it goes diamond lead, diamond, jack, king. Okay, cool. Club, queen, 5. That infers that probably I have a even number of cards, so probably a doubleton. Cool. Diamond, diamond, 9, 10, diamond, diamond, 3 of spades, and this implies that I have a positive spade holding. I want my partner to lead spades, or I like spades in some way. Now, the problem with this discard is I should not have signaled with the 3, because I don't necessarily want partner to be leading spades, especially if partner has this holding. I want partner to be leading spades if they just had, like, just the queen. I'm like saying, partner, hey, lead this, please, because then we can knock out East's ace-king and then set up spades, but we might be too slow for that anyway, and I don't have any entries, and they can block it and whatever. But I was trying to say I like spades, but also at the same time, I don't really want to be pitching spades because this is my length. But at the same time, from the North Hand's perspective, I know that East is going to have a bunch of cashers in the future now, so I know I'm probably going to need to be protecting the queen of hearts because I know my jack of clubs is falling, and very likely they're going to be able to set up tricks and clubs and diamonds, and I'm going to have a lot of pitches. So maybe I shouldn't be so worried about pitching spades. But I think that if I'm going to pitch any spade, the best spade to pitch is the jack of spades. Why the jack of spades? It's a very clear signal to my partner that I do not have the queen of spades, firstly, which partner, of course, knows already. But it is going to imply that I have the jack, and I have the 10, and I have the 9. I have a willingness and ability to be able to pitch the jack of spades. So when I pitch the jack of spades, it becomes very, very clear to my partner what is going on in the spade suit. East holds the king, and if they want to get their ace-queen, they're going to have to let me in to lead around. Now, they play another club, club, jack. And that's unfortunate. Now Declarer knows that the ace and 10 of clubs are both high in their hand. So that just made life a little bit easier. I knew that this painful truth was going to be coming to me eventually, but I was just hoping that partner would have the 10 of clubs, and then it wouldn't be a real problem. So ace of diamonds, and then I pitch another spade because there's still a world where I need to be keeping hearts in theory. And then it goes club, and now I'm set on a difficult decision because I don't necessarily want to be pitching more spades because I could want entries to partner suit. I'm nervous that East holds possibly a stack of spade honors here. And if I pitch another spade, we're going to be unguarding the spade suit, and it's going to be very uncomfortable. So I decided to pitch a heart instead. And not to mention, it's not just any heart, it's the 2 of hearts. So this is an encouraging signal letting my partner know, hey, I've got something over here in hearts. Or at least that's what I wanted it to be. And that could be useful for later. But also, let's talk about pitching hearts here. So if we look back at the auction, East bid 2 hearts, 3 no trump, and then East decided to just pass 3 no trump. So normally what this implies is that, firstly, they don't have a heart fit. And secondly, if they do have a heart fit, it's not a very great heart fit. So when I get back to my position on the defense where I'm deciding what I'm going to be pitching on this club here, I decide to pitch a heart because the only time that pitching a heart costs here is when East holds ace king small of hearts. And if they had ace king small of hearts, wouldn't you think that they probably would have bid 4 hearts instead of just passing 3 no trump? I thought so. So I decided to pitch a heart here, and even then, this individual heart pitch is not a problem. It becomes more of a problem when it comes to playing the ace of clubs, and now I have to pitch again. And here I decided to pitch another heart, reason being that, sure, if they have the ace king of hearts third, they've got me. But I don't think they have that. But if they hold ace king doubleton of hearts, we're still fine. Because sure, my queen draws, but they also don't have an entry back to the west hand. But also, maybe we're not so fine because if they have the ace king of hearts, then they just make their contract because they already have 7, right? But regardless, that means that, like, I couldn't have done anything about it. So we just pitch a heart here because that's all that we have left. And now we get to this moment here where it goes ace of hearts, and now South has to know to pitch the king of hearts. Now, at this point, with the proper signals that I have been giving, I believe that it is definitely possible for South to find this. Firstly, because now they know that the spade suit is in a finessing position. I think it's very, very unlikely that I would be pitching the jack of spades if I had king jack 10 9, because from that holding I probably would have just pitched a low card, or probably just not pitched the spade suit at all, because I want to keep that length so that in case partner does have the ace, then we might be able to run the suit or whatever. So I think that the jack of spades is very indicative to the very holding that I had on this hand. And secondly, because when I pitched a heart here, I pitched the 2 of hearts, implying that I had a good heart holding. So that should, in theory, let partner know and kind of be able to count out the remaining high card points, because at this point, the declarer had played the king, queen of diamonds, and the ace of clubs, which is a total of 9 high card points, plus the king of spades, which we know that they have because of my pitch. So that is 12 high card points, plus this ace of hearts, which makes it 16. They can't also have the queen of hearts if that's the case. So I think that if I had helped my partner a bit more finding this play, they could have done it. But then again, it was the end of the tournament, and I'm not criticizing my partner in any way whatsoever. I would probably be like, I want my king of hearts trick. Please, I want my king of hearts trick. I don't want to throw it under the ace because it's my trick. But here, you would get so many more tricks if you just had this happen, and now they're just in an ultimate finessing position. So I think that this is a really, really cool end position with a really cool defense. And so yeah, this was this hand. And I think the overall lesson here is that brilliant plays take both players. You need to have one person who is going to be making the play, but at the same time, there's the other person who is giving the signals to try to help partner figure out what's going on this hand so that they can make the brilliant play with 100% confidence instead of kind of just being like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't know what to do, there's a chance that East might still hold the queen of hearts, blah, blah, blah. When you discard properly, when you give the proper signals, your partner is going to be able to figure out these things. And I failed to do that on this hand, and it did not help my partner find it. And my partner said that they probably could have found it even regardless of it, but at the same time, help your partner. And the funny thing at the end is I did point out, like, because at the end of this tournament, we were not doing well. Actually, we ended up second to last on this tournament, and we knew we weren't doing well during the match. And I was just like, at this point, I'm like, I'm just looking for cool plays and fun things. And I think both of us were just there for the fun of it. So in the end, I was like, wanted to point this out to him, is like, hey, this is like a really, really cool play that could have happened, and I don't feel bad about it. This is totally fine, but like, if you pitch the king of hearts, this would have been so epic. And I didn't intend to make him feel bad at all, but maybe I did. I know that you're not supposed to talk about it, but I felt like if we were in a jestful experience or jestful time, that, you know, just pointing out something cool like that might bring in a little bit of humor. But maybe I just misread the position. Let me know if you would do something else here. Just hold it, zip it. I'm just one of these people who looks for cool things in bridge, and sure, I might regret them, but I'm just going to be like, in the end, hey, that was cool. At least that's the mindset that I'm in at this point in terms of bridge, because I just love this game, and that's all I care about is just cool things. That was this hand. Let me know if you would have found this play, if you would have discarded the same way that I did, or if you would have figured out the discards to help things out. And also, if you have any ideas of how you would declare this hand, maybe make it easier for yourself. I was a little bit confused in the fact that the declarer was not attempting to just set up hearts, but there is a lingering fear there that the spade suit is just going to be running on you if you just give them too many entries. And it's very possible that if I held Jack 10 and I was just being deceptive by playing the Jack of Diamonds when I had Jack 10, this finesse gets you to enough tricks without having to risk getting played a spade through. I get it. There's a lot of wacky things going on here, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the Bridging with Kai YouTube channel so we can continue spreading bridge together. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Keep on bridging, everybody. Bye!